Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I believe in dragons. This is a cold October night, so I'm freezing. But yeah, I just get out. I want to get out of the house. It's just to be with the forest a bit, just for a while. So actually, I want to say something about the Dragon's Path. Actually, the very beginning of your path. So you decided to go on the Dragon's Path. Actually, you just know that you belong there. And so, what's next? Uh, do you have a dragon guide? Excuse me, a dragon guide by your side? That is the question I often get. Do I have a guardian? Sorry, next to me? And and every time I have to say yes. Yes, there is. You don't have a trigger just because. There is a reason behind that. That you have more than one or just one guardian by your side. And from then on, it's just following the dragon and not anyone else, just your dragon. The beginning of your path can be very confusing. It can have a lot of questions that you have, that you can get. These questions, so many questions, so many confusion. It's going to be difficult, but of course it's what you want. It's your path. The dragon's path is actually for everyone else a different path. It's not a real path that is made that I walk here. A path like Christianity can be taken as you follow the rest. But the dragon's path, you cannot follow the rest, so you cannot ask questions to others. You can of course ask questions and you can have answers in general, but not specific answers. Because there are no answers. But if someone asks me, I have a trigger, I'm going on the path of the dragon, do I have a dragon by my side? Then I mostly can tell yes. That is, one, I can feel it, and second, there is a reason behind your trigger. But most of the time I cannot answer your questions. The dragon's path is so personal, so meant for you. There is a dragon by my side, but this dragon here cannot be compared with yours. So the questions that I get a lot of questions, and I just sometimes don't like it that I cannot answer them. Most of the time you expect an answer, but I cannot give it. I cannot. Oh my goodness, this is dark. No, I cannot give it. And the reason for that is because your dragon, oh my, mystical, your dragon is very unique and has if I answer your questions, I'm going to give the answers that my dragon gives me, my dragon, my path, the questions that I get and the answers that I get of my path. But I cannot do this for you. You have to do this yourself. How to become a dragon witch? You don't. You just discover that you are. Oh my. You discover that you are a dragon witch. Actually, after the 3 stages of the dragon's path, dragon witch, dragon wiccan, and dragon follower, you always know this later on. Later, when you already are on the path. Actually, you say sometimes, I decide to go on the dragon's path, but actually, you've been there all along. Now you just realized it. I realized that I was a witch after so many years of practicing witchcraft along with the dragon. Then I said, from one day I said, whoa, I perform magic. I can do magic. So yeah, but that was not before. It was years that I've been on the dragon's path that I just discovered that I am a witch. Not just normal witch, a dragon witch, which is also called the unlikely witch, the grey witch, the lonely witch. Oh. But we are never lonely because there is always a dragon by our side. So the beginning of your path, there's a lot of questions that you can have. I also had this, but I was alone. I believed that I was alone in the world, so I had to do this alone without help of anyone else. And I just became a witch out of this because I followed only my dragon without interruptions from other brothers or sisters. You only try to help, I know this. I also try to help, but I do nothing more but saying to have to cause the trigger and not what you should do. Your dragon is saying this or that. I cannot say that. Yes, I can sometimes hear your dragon, but it's not up to me to hear that. You should listen to your own dragons. I can hear them talking to you. And I know what they are saying sometimes. But I am not allowed to say this to you. You have to listen to the dragon's tongue, not mine. There are a lot of dragons on the other side. It's the end of October and there's the gates are open. The dimensions are open. Can you feel this now? Different dimensions. The dragon's path is open. The dragon's realm is open. Most of the time, in this time of year, there are so many more awakenings than on other times of year. These awakenings occur now until Christmas. So, a very light, thin veil is just what is between us. And when you talk to the dragon, it's your inner ear. It's not like you talk to humans. You know what they are thinking. Their thoughts, their mind is enough to talk with them, and they can listen to your mind. Cold, cold, cold. Ooh. So, the beginning, the dragon follower. Also that sometimes people say, my brothers and sisters, I'm starting up my path. You don't start the dragon's path. You are actually a bit born with this. You only accepted it. You only discovered what you are. Before you didn't know that very well. But it's a simple trigger caused that you know that you are on the dragon's path. And actually you are there all along. You don't see anything. Because actually what I see here is a field with lots of mist on it. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful, very mystical actually. A lot of energies. That is why I want to go out, not staying in the house. Out there is so many more spirits in the fields and in the forests than in the houses. In the houses they are stuck and locked up. If you have a dragon, you might see, I cannot say anything for sure, but you might see that the dragons don't like bedrooms that much. If your bedroom is upstairs and it's locked up away from going out, then in my experience the dragons don't like that. Dragons don't like bedrooms that are upstairs. You have to, you don't have to do anything of course. This is my experience, but I experienced that none of the dragons that I met liked the upstairs rooms, because they have to go outside immediately. They want to go outside. They are so free. They want to be free. And in high buildings, in stages, in with a lot of levels, a lot of stages, a lot and high buildings like I see, but also your house on the first level. It's just the dragon. If you have maybe dragon statues or things like that, it's best to have them somewhere where your doors are, so they can always go outside. I know I have my own altar in my bedroom, and actually that shouldn't I shouldn't do that, but I don't have a choice. Um, because dragons are beings of freedom, and they want to actually be one with nature. And most of the time, people don't cannot be with nature. They have to live in the city for work and things like that. But actually, dragons just want to be outside and be free. That is what I experience. You can say no, the dragon doesn't say that. That can be. But this is just like I said, my experience. If you are new on the path, remember that you are actually not new at all. It's just something that you remember that you are. And finally, you embraced it, you accepted it. And if there is a dragon by your side, uh, if the question is there a dragon by your side? Then most of the time I would say yes. And they are here with you, and they are actually with you ever since you were born. And now the trigger has finally caused that they are finally with you without a thick veil between you. I mean, they have always been with you. Oh, God, God, cold, cold, cold. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.